I was. What's up, man? You all right? What's going on? How you doing?
Did you just record?
Yeah,
No, did you just start recording?
I'm recording now. So you may want to go. You may want to go away.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I'm sorry, y'all got cut off. Thank you, Miss Morris. Well, yeah, come on, make your way to the conference. It's a great place to be. Everybody's so nice, so real, there's no competition. You know, everybody's just there for the same reason. So make your way. You have any questions? I was answering questions above before I got cut off. But if you have any questions, I'll answer them right now. If you got anything burning on you. I was trying to answer some of these questions that came up earlier. What's up, Marcus? How you doing, bro? We was talking about the conference and the things and some business tips that we was using on running a record label. You could watch my previous broadcast before I got cut off. That will that maybe will answer some questions. www.indiegospelalliance.com. Y'all, I'm back on. Any questions? What's up, William? How you doing, man? It's good to hear from you. Good to see you. Glad you were watching. I know you're doing your thing as well. So, you know, anything I can do to help, bro, that's what we've been doing. And you've been down at the conference, so you know. Have you been to the conference, or have you just performed at the conference? Anyway, you know, it's always good to sit down. And it's always good to sit down and get that info, because that info is what's going to sustain you. I don't care how good your song is. I don't care how much promotion you got. You don't have no knowledge, no foundation behind it. You just shooting in the dark, because all of your success is only going to be for a short period of time. Hey, what's up, Marcus? So you just here for the wisdom? Well, I give you whatever I got, man. Angel, you said, I live in a saturated area. How do you venture out without management? What area are you living in? Tell me what area you're living in. And they can give you help in your specific area. I know I live in the Washington D.C. area, so in my area, saturation is all the above. I mean, we're saturated. Everybody, any big city is probably overly saturated. So how do you deal with it? Create your own way. You know, let me tell you something. Whatever you own, whatever you start, it belongs to you. So start something new. Do something new. Find out what's lacking, what people are looking for. You know, sorry about this. I started a hymns thing online, and some of y'all may know I do hymns online. I play them online, I take requests. I did that because I started the hymns thing because people always complain about, you know, the church don't sing enough hymns and we need to bring back the old songs. So you know what I did? Instead of continuing on that complaint, I just started playing hymns. I do it in church. I do it online. I do it all the time. I love it. I enjoy it. People enjoy it. It keeps people on my page. It keeps people watching what I'm doing. Why? Because I'm supplying a need. Now, if I just sung all my own songs on my page and promoted everything I'm doing, or everything, if it's just all about me, then I'm going to get less traffic. And even in my city, if it's just all about me, I'm really a big unifier. I believe in unity. I believe that if independent artists in every city would unify, they would sell a lot more records, their ministries would be bigger, and they'd be more well respected. What we do is we allow Donnie and Kirk and Smokey and Israel to come in our city, and they sell all the records. People pay tickets to go buy them, and then they invite us to their church and pay us nothing and tell us, God bless you, it's for promotional, we'll let you sell your CDs in the hall. We get the least respect because that's how we portray ourselves. We portray ourselves in that way. Perception is everything. If people perceive you as being big, whether you're big or not, that's how they're going to treat you. And see, when you own and control stuff, you ain't got to worry about perception because you own it. See, when I realized that wasn't nobody gonna put me on no big program or whatever, and you know that's what and at one point, you know, I wanted to be on the big programs, but after a while I figured out, hey, I can just have my own big program, and I have it. Anytime I get ready, and I build up enough email followers and fans to pack out whatever I want to have. You can do the same. Then all of a sudden it's not saturated anymore because it's you. You own it, you control it. You can do whatever you want to do. Some of y'all on here are ministers of music, some pastors. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to fit into nobody else's program. You make people start coming to you. But you gotta have a foundation. You gotta be set up to do it. You can do it. In an oversaturated city, you can do it. Create your own thing. When I realized that the GMWA, I went to the GMWA and said, y'all need to teach the business. Show us the way. They didn't want to show us the way. You pay me $1,500 a month, I'll show you the way. I'll show you that you can get that you need a new picture on your CD. So I started my own conference. Called Earl Bynum, said, can I have your conference at your church? Earl said, let's do it. He became the co-founder. You make your own way. Make your own door. Create a path for others to walk through. Do some things for some other people. Find out what your city, what your area needs, and make it happen. And then people will look at you in a different way. Even if they don't know you, even if they don't like you, even if they don't appreciate your music, they got to respect the fact that you don't have to kiss nobody's behind to get where you need to be. This kind of talk, we talk like this at the conference. We talk all the time. You ain't got to kiss nobody's behind to get where you need to be. Make your own way. Gather your own relationships. Go see some of these label heads yourself. Or you'll be paying somebody forever to do everything that you're trying to do. You ever think about doing regional conferences? Yeah, I thought about it, Isaac. But the problem is that regional conferences is the same thing as it's the same problem. People don't show up. Don't nobody want to come learn anything. Now, let me tell you something, Isaac. If I come to your city and throw a big program, everybody will run to come sing. Everybody wants to come sing. I can call some of my friends and say, hey, man, come sing in my church on Sunday. They coming. If I say, hey, man, I'm bringing so-and-so here to teach us about marketing. oh well, you know, I get my hair cut, or I got an afternoon I got something else I gotta do. Spend the day with my family or somebody. People don't want to learn anything, especially black people. We don't want to learn nothing. We just want to go sing. Isn't that something about us? I've been running cars for 7 years. I know it. There are more independent artists than there are major artists. We're not major, but we're the majority. The only problem is that we don't know it. Come on, tell somebody now. I'm not major, but I am the majority. I just don't know it. So our conference is small because people don't want to pay to come learn. They want to pay to come sing, though. If I told you tomorrow that I'm going to host a program in Washington, D.C., and it's going to be live tape, it's going to air on TV One and BET in 6 months, y'all will be running to Washington, D.C. to tape this program. Tell the truth, because you want to be famous. You think it's going to get you somewhere. If I tell you I'm holding an event and I'm bringing in people that's going to teach us how to balance our balance our accounts and teach us accounting and how not to get in trouble and things like that, you'd be like, well, you know, I don't know. Let me check my schedule. That's how we are. Then Miss Holiday, the IGAA is regional, but it's also national. We've had people come all the way from Canada to our conferences. This year, and we got people coming. We have persons coming from California. Last year we had persons coming from California. So we are a national conference. Just the majority of our people come from a regional area because they drive. A lot of people just have not gotten to our conference. They heard about it. But then again, that old sneaky thing comes up in your mind called popularity, being a star. You ain't got time to learn nothing. But those of y'all who do, if you do, I promise you, you'll walk away with something of substance and you'll be able to navigate your career. Everybody's not going to like your music. Everybody's not going to like you. But God has assigned some people out there for you that will help you if you have been called to do this. There are some people out there that he's assigned to support you, but you got to find them. Sometimes they find you. But it's always a good idea to know where they are and to know how to get in touch with them. Because if you know how to get in touch with them, then you ain't got to pay $400 for an e-blast. I'm going to tell you this stuff I learned. It gets me excited. Sometimes I think about how far God's brought me, and I get excited because I realize it doesn't take all that. It just takes a person wanting to learn how to do it. You just got to want to learn how to do it. Make it happen. I don't pay $400 for e-blast. For what? I'm just e-blasting to the same people who are e-blasting to everybody else. They're not buying no records. E-blasting does you about as much good as you trying to feed a dog food that a cow's supposed to eat. That makes maybe a bad analogy, but that's the best I can come up with at this point. Unless you e-blasting to people who are product buyers, which you have no knowledge of at all, a person can come to you and say, I have 225,000 people on my list. First of all, you don't know how many of them 225,000 emails are still in existence. You don't know how many of them are going to go to spam. You don't know how many of them are just industry folks. And so you have no idea who you e-blasting to. You just e-blasting in the wind. And you pay all that money because you think it's going to. You have done no research at all as to what the effectiveness of an e-blast will do. Now, I'm not saying the e-blast. I'm not saying don't e-blast. But e-blast is just a part of your campaign. It's a nugget. It's a fraction. It's not the whole thing. That's all it is. If you want to learn, come to the conference. www.indiegospelalliance.com. indiegospelalliance.com. independentgospelartsalliance.com. Started by Earl Bonham and myself. We started it 7 years ago because we realized there was nowhere to go to learn how to do your own business. Now we have classes on ministry, vocal class. We do other things that other conferences do as well. But our main focus is to teach the business. I'm never going to change that. And I'm never going to bring people in who will take the focus off of that. And we make our clinicians tell the truth. They can go to other conferences and say what they want to say, but when they come to IGAA, you got to tell the truth. because we know the truth. So we're going to make sure you tell it. We want our people to be able to ask questions, get quality answers, help you to build your plan. So when you leave there empowered, ready to go. Come on. Join us. You get the analogy, Marcus? It was a terrible analogy. It was terrible. I wish I had something better. Is there a portion for songwriting? We've done that. We might do that again this year, Miss Morris. I'm thinking about it. We've done it in the past. Not a lot of people have been in it, have been very supportive. We average about 100 to 150 people at our conference every year. We have nightly worship. You can sign up to do a showcase. There is a fee to do the showcase because it costs us to do this workshop. But the showcases are wonderful. Let me tell you what's so wonderful about our nightly showcases. What's so wonderful about them is that there's no judgmental people in the room. Everybody treats everybody the same. It's a wonderful atmosphere to minister. And there are people that come from the Tidewater area, and the Mount Church comes out to support. You know, it's just a wonderful time in the Lord. People buy your CD. It's a great thing. Great thing. Great conference to come to. Anybody got any questions? Any questions? I'm sorry about the last broadcast. Linda Holly that's my buddy right there. CPA in the Tidewater area. You still own Holly's tax service? I need to have you do something. I can't wait neither. We are 2 months away. We changed it to the fall, and this will be our last year in the Chesapeake area. So please encourage the Tidewater people to come. For those of y'all who are in that area. Washington, D.C. folks, that's any number to drive for you. Tracy Morgan is coming. Doc Christian from down that area, he's coming. Benita Bellamy is coming. Thomas Rollins from New Day Distribution. Randy Howard, the president of Maranatha Music, who also is joined up with Capitol Records. I mean, there are people coming from all over. Attorney Garrett Johnson, who is one of our founding people, he comes every year and drops a lot of knowledge on the business and contracts and royalties and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we get into all of that. Mark Collier is coming to do how to minister, how to be a gospel artist, and also be a minister of music at the same time. We all need that. I need a refresher course on that every year because I'm a traveling gospel artist, also a minister of music. How to sustain the both? Where do they intersect, and where are they different? And you can't be a gospel artist in church. You got to be a music minister in church. So sometimes the two intertwine, and they're not really supposed to. You know what I mean? So, we have classes, refresher courses on that. I think we're also going to do a vocal master class this year as well. We did that a couple years ago. It really went over very well. Fresh Oil Magazine, yes. Speak on how you broke the barriers of not getting the call to minister and perform. Create your own. That's how I broke it, Marcus. Create your own. You look on my page, a lot of the events that are going on are events I created. And then all of a sudden, you become the person that everybody wants to be on, because when you show the video of the people that were there, then people realize, dang, he's doing this big thing. I could have an event with 50 people that only see 50 people. But if it's packed with 50 people and you take that photo shoot, the fact that it was packed creates a perception that you're doing something bigger than what it actually is. Then everybody jumps on the bandwagon. When I mean everybody, I mean product buyers, people who are just fans, and other artists who were skeptical about you from the beginning. They jump on. They can't help but to jump on because everybody wants to be on a train that's moving. We are the biggest hypocrites in the world. God bless us. I'm included. We all want to be on a train that's moving. When we assume the train's not moving, we're hesitant to do anything with that person or that ministry. And that's why people don't invite you to the events, because they assume that your train is not moving. But when your train is moving, everybody wants to be on. Hypocrites. Not to say that your ministry wasn't powerful from the beginning. You could have a powerful and anointed ministry. And because the assumption is that you are less than what somebody thinks of you in their head, they won't invite you to come and be a part of what they're doing. That's why I'm so big on the indie scene. I love indie artists because there's something there's something, part of because I was rejected. Even though I've had hits across, I was rejected. And in some circles, I'm still rejected. But it doesn't matter anymore because I have created my own scene. And so, my scene now is a part of the national scene. It's a part of the regional scene. So now, whether you like it or not, I'm a player in the game. That's what you got to do, Marcus. That's what you got to do. You spoke on creating a foundation. Foundation meaning create if you're going to be a gospel artist, be a label. Start a label. Start a business. Find out what it is by starting a corporation. We talked about building a reserve. That means before you do one CD, if you're going to spend $10,000, plan to save 20 so that you'll have 10 in reserve. And then you'll always be in the game. When one CD is over, you can just do the next. People are like, man, you're going to do a CD so fast? Yeah, I can do it because I got the money to do it. Now, overhead. If you're only going to sell 1,000, then don't spend over $8,000 to $10,000 because that's how much you're going to make. So why would you spend more than you're going to make? Just simple stuff I learned that has blessed my life. So even the decisions I'm making now with the different products in the stores and national releases, I make it based on what I think I'm going to make, what my earning potential is. And for me, my earning potential is much greater outside of my area than it is inside of my area. So I know I have to travel. More people play my music down south than they do up north, Midwest. I'm a South kid and a West Coast kid as far as my fan support. That's where I go. I go there first, and then I'll trickle down into the areas that I still have to win over. Build that foundation. Get you a team. Get some people around you that love you, that can help you. Get you some seed sowers. There are people who will give to your ministry every month if you'd ask. I know you watching TV, you like, TD Jakes. You see all these people who ask for all these astronomical amounts of money, and some of them ask for money, and they scoundrels. But that's not you. That's not you, and that's not me. And the people who know you and love you and appreciate your ministry will give to your ministry. The only reason why people don't give to your ministry is because you've given them nothing to support. I learned that. When I learned that, I almost fell off my bed. If you only have a CD, if you only have a CD release every 2 or 3 years, that means that you only giving people an opportunity to spend money one time every 2 to 3 years on you. And the reason why they won't spend more is because you don't give them anything to spend. You don't give them anything to support. Give them something to support and watch them support it. Any other questions before I sign off? This has been good. It's been great. It helps me to vent a little bit, because we all need learning. I had a friend used to call me and used to take pictures and send me pictures of his product in Walmart, and used to tease me and say, "Hey, mine's in here. Where's yours?" Used to piss me off. I got pissed off because only thing he was trying to tell me was this: you can do the same thing I'm doing if you would just get up off your high horse, get up off your behind, and learn how to do this. And once I learned how to do it, now I'm sitting here with product in Walmart all the time, and not just once, all the time on a recurring basis. You can do it. And you don't have to have it in Walmart. There's Family Christian, there's Lifeway, there are other places. But somehow black people seem to think Walmart is king and God. So I use it. Angel Moore, singles or EP? Well, a single is only 99 cents. So that's all you're going to get from people is 99 cents on a one-time deal. An EP can be $9.99 to $11.99. So you make more money doing an EP than a single. And if you release a single before you release an EP, you need to make sure that that EP is following at least 2 or 3 months later after that single's released, or you're going to lose all the momentum of your single. Make sense? I hope it does. I know people who release singles and their album ain't done, and a year later they release the EP, and you got to start all over again. All over again with your promotion. You've lost all the steam you had. because you had some brilliant idea. I've done the same thing. You had some brilliant idea that I'm going to go and spend all this money and release this single, and only to make 99 cents back from the average person. You got to think. I'm just giving you stuff that these major corporations do to us every day. They do this to us every day. We go to the grocery store, we go to Walmart, Target, Best Buy. They send us stuff in the mail because these jokers know psychology. They know how to get us to spend that money. Why can't you and I use the same tactics on everybody else with our music? We can. Any other questions? Any other questions, anybody? Y'all, this costs you free 99. Make your way to the Independent Gospel Artists Alliance Conference. Learn what you need to learn to navigate your business or career. I might come back on tonight, but today is my son's birthday, so I'm gonna take him to the movies, and he's 11 years old. Very proud of him, and I gotta finish my Christmas record. Hey Marcus, holler at me offline, man. I got more jobs for you. You my main man. All right now. God bless all of you. Take care.